Right, like we've said in the past, storage and utilisation of space has been really the major focus with the design and use of the Sierra. So underneath the bed, no space is spared. We've still got plenty of room. Now I'm going to invite Tom in here as well, just to go through some of the technical parts that sit actually underneath the trailer. So underneath here, out of the weather, well protected, is all our bits and pieces that you'll get to see, as well as your spare tyre. So you do get a full-size spare and an easy access door to take that straight out the back. Strapped in there, it's not going anywhere. So Tom, what have we got underneath here? Sort of talk to me about some of the major components.
So starting off, Shane, we've got our redarc Manager 30. That's what does all your battery power, battery management, and then your TVMS with all your fuses, and that's what the Red Vision controller controls to do all your switching. And obviously your two 150 amp hour batteries giving you a total of 300 amps of battery power. And then your 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. Our water filters and water pump.
And they're a dual stage water filter system, so you've got the sediment filter first and then the charcoal chemical filter as well. So a really well put together water filtration system. An easy switch out, so those cartridges can just be switched out. And tell me about this little box here on the edge, Tom.
So this little box here, that's our transfer box. So that changes when you plug the van into your 110 volt supply in your shore power. That'll change automatically straight over to your shore power, to 110 mains. And when you disconnect your 110 mains, it'll swap back to the inverter, all automatic, all pre-done, very simplistic.
And you've got a separate little RCD there, so if you do overload the trailer, that will trip, making sure that the trailer's nice and safe.
That's your safety function, just in case there's a problem.
Yeah, really nice setup. You've done a really good job there, mate. Looks great. To everyone, and then everyone would want it retrofitted. And yeah. We've stopped putting the PDM in all of the Sierras with Red Vision hay.
Yeah.
Because I've just taken it out.
So down here is our dual tank supply and pickups. So we can isolate each individual tank and only draw from the one tank if you only want to fill one tank at a time, if you're cautious about weight. And so now currently that tank's turned off, this one's turned on, so it's only drawing from our rear tank. We simply just have to turn that one down, open that one up, and now we're drawing from our front tank.
So Tom, I see a new function that you've added into the trailer is that little switch up near the batteries there. What's that one for?
We have, Shane, that's to control your 12 volt Anderson on the drawbar. Being conscious of amp draws on your batteries, battery power is everything, and you want to consume
Yep.
Want to conserve as much battery power as possible, so we put a switch on that. That switch does that relay that's sitting right next to it, and turn that on, you get your 12 volt supply, 50 amps at your drawbar, turn it off when you don't need to use it, and just conserving that little bit of power.
And that's for the grey Anderson up on the front drawbar, isn't it?
Correct, that's your grey Anderson, so you can connect a fridge, anything, any 12 volt supply that has an Anderson plug on it.
Yep, fantastic. And the red one beside it, that's still the solar input, isn't it?
It is, so that's your unregulated solar input, the red one. It is possible to put regulated solar back into that grey one, giving you the chance to put two panels on then.
And that red Anderson solar comes back through the redarc system as well, doesn't it? So that's what's regulating the power supply.
It does. The redarc manages all of that. Same with that grey one too. That'll manage through the redarc as well.
Alrighty. So more with the nitty-gritty down the front here. As you can see down on the drawbar, we've got the two Andersons that we spoke about. Firstly, your red solar input, so that's for your unregulated solar blankets. So you plug the solar straight in and that gets regulated through the Manager 30 system by redarc. The second Anderson here is your grey Anderson. Now that is switched and your 50 amp output, or you can add a regulated panel into that section to double your solar input if you want to add more solar while you're out camping. You've got your removable jockey wheel with the quick release. Nice big sturdy jockey wheel there to hold the trailer up. And it's all held onto the back of your vehicle by the Cruise Master DO35 hitch. Now that is a fully articulating off-road hitch, so it will rotate forwards and backwards, and with a nice little quick release, locks it all into place, and your 2.5 ton chains on each side holding the trailer to the back of your vehicle.